I was born when my mother cooked on a coal burning stove. I remember the coal being delivered, and we had a bin in our cellar. We had no refrigerator. We had what was called an ice box. We had no phone, no telephone. I remember getting the first phone we ever had. It was a 7-party line. 4-digit was our phone number, 4 digits. I remember when men dressed up and showed respect. When men were men, women were women. I remember getting our first television. Yes, I remember. Remember when gas was 23 cents a gallon. I remember going into the grocery store. The only cereals on the shelf were Kellogg's cornflakes or shredded wheat. Yeah, I remember. I remember the middle class coming in to our country, how it was formed, when women started going out and getting jobs in the workplace. I remember, folks. Those are fond memories. Now look at us today. Everybody has a telephone in their hand. You do anything you want on it. Everybody has phones all over the place. Now you cook on electric or gas stoves. You have refrigerators, freezers, all these things that we take for granted. Yes, they were good. They were very good innovations. And the American dream was made. You had a chance at the American dream. But is the American dream gone? AI is the latest innovation. It will be the destruction of this world. Will I be here to see it? I doubt it. But a lot of you will be. And I feel for you. Who controls AI? The billionaires. Billionaires. Guys like Ellison, Elon Musk, and a few others. Just a few. They control it. They know everything you're doing, when you're doing it. Whether you're eating, sleeping, going out to a restaurant, going to the hospital or a doctor, they know it all. Everything you do. That's the world that we live in now, 2025. If you don't believe me, I watched Melanie, what's her name? I apologize, Melanie. Melanie King. All right, look for it on YouTube. She did a story, and I could tell it was painful for her to do the story on AI, what it's doing, how it's doing it. Yeah, Sonia, maybe I talked about it yesterday. Maybe I'll talk about it again tomorrow because it's on my mind as somebody that hopefully will see the age of 81 next month. And it worries me. And there's nothing I can do about it. And there's nothing that you can do about it. That's the thing. There's nothing nobody can do about this, folks. But take a look. Do we have a middle class America now? It's almost gone. Our economy was set up initially for rich or poor. And that's what we're going to be, rich or poor. I'm trying to think that if I wanted to go out and go back in business, what would I do? Well, you know, there were times when I needed money, I would open up a telephone room real quick. All right, we had telephone books, we go through the phone books, all right, and I make sales fast, quick, and I brought money in, okay? We don't have phone books no more. Everything's computerized. It's a world that I don't know. Am I adjusting to it? Yes, I am. AI is 20 years ahead of us, Agent Orange says. Maybe more so, Agent Orange. Maybe more so. Folks, I wanted to bring that to you today because I think my generation was the last generation of seeing the good times, of being with people, enjoying people, communicating with people, having loyalty, honor, and respect towards people. So I'm grateful that I have lived this long to see the changes. You're right, Sonia. We should embrace it. And who's telling us to embrace it? Put on your TV and look and see who's telling you. It's here. Embrace it. Because you don't have a choice. All your choices are being taken away from you. But you don't know it. You don't see it. You don't believe me? Watch Melanie King, what she posted today. And listen to it very carefully. She did it in a much more intelligent way than I could put it. But what she said was right. Yeah, the people who are telling us embrace it are the people who own it. That's who. Look. Google, Ellison. Movies. You're going to be watching movies made with AI. They took the creative aspect of movies entirely out and dismantled it. Yeah, that upsets me because I'm involved in Hollywood. You have no idea what's going on here in this town unless you live here. Do we have anybody who lives here? Please put it in the comment. Let me know who lives in Los Angeles. All right? No, Sonia, there's nothing else I can do except talk about it. Yeah, how do we turn off technology and reset ourselves, Agent Orange? I don't know. All right, we got people from the UK here. Thank you for joining me, mate. I appreciate it. I love it when we have people from other countries. But that's my take on AI, folks. I think it will destroy the world. Maybe I'm right, maybe I'm wrong. Only time will tell. But by that time, I will no longer be on this planet. So I guess that's the good thing about it. All right? I try to come here and bring you positive news, folks, but what do I have? Agent Orange in San Diego. Not before humans destroy it. Humans don't have a shot no more. Okay? There is some good news. It looks like the shutdown might be over. Okay? That's a positive thing. All right, maybe the blue and red reach a accord. All right? Give people their food stamps. Pay the workers. Okay? All right? The only ones getting paid were the people who shut it down. They got paid, but nobody else does. You think I got a right to be upset with that? You should be upset. But do you really care? I doubt it. Somebody told me I'm on YouTube and it's AI. Folks, don't think. I toyed with AI. My son has done some things, videos of me using AI. It's here. Oh, it's nice to play with it. But what's the reality of it? Is what you're missing. Okay? Yeah, it's a lot of fun to play with it. It is. I admit that. Okay? I admit it. Folks, if you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe to my channel, because you never know what's going to come out of my lips. Okay? You never know what I'm thinking, because I'm always strategizing and analyzing things. And this is what I've been doing. When I got out of prison, I had to learn how to use this phone. Okay? I was away from life for 5 years. You know one good thing about prison? You have no stress. Yeah, when you're in prison, you have no stress. You don't have to worry about paying your rent. You don't have to worry about buying groceries. You don't have to worry about putting gas in your car. You don't have to worry about none of those things. Yeah. That's what it was like in prison, folks. That's why they say people who did time live 10% longer than others. That's a true fact. Agent Orange, I don't know what family was in West Virginia during the 80s and 90s. I don't know that. Okay? You want the dirt about prison. I hear all these people talking like they are next to Diddy in prison. So let's talk about Diddy. Because everybody's more worried about Diddy than they are that we had a shutdown, that people are not being paid. More people want to know about Diddy. Diddy the punk. Okay? All these people are saying Diddy said this in prison, Diddy did this in prison, all right? When none of them are there. How do they know? No, I gotta be honest. All my friends I had that were 4 dicks are no longer there. So I don't have an in. I can't tell you what Diddy's doing. And quite honestly, I don't care what he's doing. Let the guy do his time. All right, whatever he does. If he drinks and smokes, I don't care. Okay? And we shouldn't care. Everybody knows that TMZ is his propaganda machine, but everybody wants to repeat what TMZ says. Okay? You're right, Sonia. I keep saying no more Diddy. But I tell you, I see all these other YouTubers, they just want to talk about him all the time. Talk about him, his children. Leave the children out of it. I don't care what they did. His children should not be involved with what he did. Okay? I don't like talking about people's children. We know what Diddy is. That's it. Let's forget him. Okay? You want to hear gangster stuff. You want to hear about Sonny Franchise? You want to know the absolute truth of Sonny Franchise? All right? Do you know who he is? Do you know who Sonny Franchise was? Sonia, you do. You all know he's a legend. But there's much more that I know. Jeff Nadeau posted something yesterday about Carmen Persico having a hit on Michael Franchise and how he took Sonny's earnings away from him while Sonny was in prison. And they were close. Carmen and Sonny were very close. But Carmen did that. He made that decision. There's much more about Sonny. You all heard the good things. He was a stand-up guy, never read it. But two of his boys did. We know that for a fact. But he had many other people. I don't want to talk about Sonny. But I can tell you a lot of things that Jeff Nadeau doesn't know and that the others do not know. I am not here to talk about that. I'm not here to put people down. But Elon Musk, there's an intelligent guy. I've been listening to Elon. The guy he could break things down of what's happening, how it's going to happen, all right, in terms like nobody else that I've ever seen. Guy is very intelligent. And he's the first, is he the first trillionaire? I think Google is a trillionaire company, okay? So unless you rat, you're a nobody. It seems like that's what the world is. Everybody wants to be a rat now. They want to be a gangster, go out, commit crime, and then when the cuffs go on, they want to talk because that's what they're being trained by all these people on YouTube. That's the world that we come down to know. All right? Sonia, I thought you were in Canada, or is that another Canada? Another Sonia. Good morning, Gina. How are you, kiddo? All right? Sherry, you're absolutely correct. That's one thing that us Italians did. We took care of ours. We took care of our family. We took care of our friends. We took care of our neighbors. But people don't want to talk about that, do they? They don't want to talk about the good things, okay? Not even our government. Our government can't even come out and talk about the good things the Italians did. Okay? All nationalities come to this country, and we've done great things. A lot of inventions. All your creative things. Art. Science. All the good things the Italians have done. But people don't want to talk about it because they are Italians. I see it. Gangster life, Sonia, I think every day you're going back into the gangster life. And then I say, what am I going into? It's gone. The only gangster life that is left in this country is you need to become a politician and get elected into office. They are the only gangster that can get away with any crimes because they are the ones who write the laws. I told you all the things I remember. I remember when we didn't even know who a lawyer was. We didn't have many lawyers. Now today everybody's a lawyer, all right? Thank you, Country Style. Thank you so much for that love. I appreciate that. Yeah. Hi, Steve. My day is going. Steve Bush, come here. Boy, I know you, Steve. How you doing, friend? All right? All right? Great, Sousa. Thank you. Thank you all for joining me here, folks. Okay? You know, they always say, stay longer or more people come. Okay? See my thumb? Boy, I cut it, and I had an infection in there like you can't believe. And the doctor had me on antibiotic, and never in my life had I been affected by antibiotic so much. It worked, but boy, I got to tell you, they made me tired. I was sleeping 12 hours a night. I can't remember, all right, sleeping 12 hours a night. Normally I get 5 or 6. Huh. Gina, do you know why? Your grandmother was correct, okay? I bet you did not know, and I reported on it, I think, last week or so, okay, that Italians were not considered white. No, we weren't. People don't realize what the Italians went through. People don't understand. When we were only allowed in one area of town, people don't understand that. People don't understand how much the Italians were discriminated about. Because people don't know what history is, because they don't study it no more. Today, you got all the answers. All you got to do is use your thumb, use your finger. It's right there on your phone. If I tell you something, you could verify what I say. It's there, okay? I haven't been to Palermo, Gina. All right, my family comes from Calabria, okay, on the other side of the water from you. All right. Grandma was a gangster. I bet she was good. Country style. Yeah. We got some nice weather here in Los Angeles. I don't know how long it's going to last. You know, there was one thing that I was really hoping Donald Trump would do. He said he was going to do it, but he hasn't done it. I thought he was going to stop this daylight savings crap. I hate it now that we changed our clock and it gets dark at 5:30 in the afternoon. That's crazy. Folks, leave me a comment. Tell me what you think about that there, okay? I'd like to know what you think. Should he change daylight savings time? I think it would be great. Thank you, Mr. Wonderful. I appreciate that. You hate it too, country style. Agreed. Thank you. All right? You're probably right, Steve. I don't think that any of our predators are going to do anything. The times and day of our politicians doing anything for the people, that's entirely over because they know they're in control. They know they got us, and they know there's nothing we can do. They control how you vote. They control where you vote. They control everything, okay? And if it don't work for them, they change it like Newsom did to work for him here in California. So Proposition 50, I didn't think it had a chance. It passed. That's a big win for Newsom, okay? Now that gives them 5 more seats in Congress. 5 more seats gives the state of California in Congress. You think that's not going to turn? Okay, what's going to happen at the midterms? All right, Trump has got to pull a rabbit out of the hat, and he's not doing it. I don't even see what he's looking for to do it. He said he was going to make the economy better. You hear him say the economy's better. Yeah, the economy's better for him. Is it better for you? Is it better for me? AI has so far taken 1.5 million jobs away. 1.5 million jobs. And that's only the tip of the iceberg. Coffee prices have increased 41%. Beef has increased 18%. Turkey, 41%. It's Thanksgiving. You're going to buy turkey, prices increase 41%. They want to blame it on that swain or that virus or something. Okay? All right? Does that bother you, folks? What about the price of paper goods? Things that you buy every day. Toilet paper, you use that. Paper towels, napkins, tissues. Look at the prices of those, folks. Do you think for one moment the prices are going to go down? Do you think for one moment that President Trump can do something to make prices go down? He can't. That's not within his power. That's corporate America, folks. They might stabilize at a high price, and then you get used to paying the high prices, and they're happy because their profits are up, because they got you to pay the high prices because you don't have a choice. No, you don't. So folks, think about that there. Tomorrow's Veterans Day. I'm going to do a live show tomorrow at the VA National Cemetery right here in Los Angeles, in West Los Angeles. Let's go. I'm going to introduce you to the real heroes of this country. The real heroes. The ones who are no longer with us. The ones who sacrificed their lives to protect our country. So tomorrow, come join me and meet them yourself. Thank you, folks. God bless you all. As usual, all my love and respect to you all. Please hit that subscribe button. Hit that thumbs up button. Don't cost you a nickel. Okay? Thank you all. Take care.